The Iliad is a famous Greek poem written by Homer. This classical literature is a story of a war between the Achaeans and Trojans. This interaction from many characters of humans, gods, and also other creatures. One of the most prominent features of the Iliad is the gods. The aim of this presentation is to discuss how the gods are represented in the Iliad and what evidence could support that representation. So, how does Homer represent the gods in the Iliad? Throughout the poem, Homer represents the gods as intervening in human affairs, and by this way we change the destiny of human life. It can already be seen in the early story of Iliad, when Apollo grants Christ's prayer after his reported declared his wife with his daughter that was taken as a prize of war, being refused by Agamemnon. The Trojan War itself is the result of God's interference in human affairs. Not only can see God's interference in human affairs, but also decides it. Throughout the story, God's answers were divided into two sides, the Achaeans and the Trojans. The reason are various. For example, Paris stands with the Achaeans after the Golden Apple incident, where Paris chose Aphrodite over her and Athena to be the fairest, and so she wants to get her revenge. On the other hand, Aphrodite stands with the Trojans and Paris, and the gods they close with stands beside them, and Zeus, being the neutral one, tries to stay above and stand for justice and fate. But as Homer wrote in the Iliad, that the plan of Zeus came to fulfillment for a time when the first party in strife aged the sun to with man, and within Achilles. And this time, it also as that all of this happened under Zeus' will. The Trojan Wars happened under Zeus' will, and that he orchestrated the war. The difference in the neutral one can be pursued by personal wish to praise another, like when Thetis delivered Achilles' prayer to Zeus after the science was slandered by Agamemnon. Zeus then grants her, or in this case his wish, despite her resentment. Homer represents the gods in many aspects, as human life, super being controller, having miraculous action, lifesavers, and disguises. The human-like aspect can be seen since the beginning of the Iliad. The sound of Leto and Zeus is used to represent Apollo. Gods are fathers, mothers, children, grandchildren, and lovers. It is the sum of humans' gross nature, as in Johnson from Vancouver Island University said in his work. These deities have a recognizable similarity to human beings in appearance, feelings, likes and dislikes, and especially relationship with each other. In the first moment of Achilles, it shows the size of the kind mother, or when Aphrodite goes to her mother Dione after she was wounded. Shows of each other, scheming and manipulating between gods also present throughout the story, as shown in the hero's behavior towards her husband Zeus and other gods like Poseidon. On the other hand, gods affect the way humans behave. Paris in Book 3 says his brother Hector that men can reject orders from gods, despite their unwillingness. There are two physical attributes of gods, physical power and the fact that they are immortal. They are in control of the human beings and in control of each other. In this case, all decisions are in Zeus' hands as the highest authority. Referring to his position, Zeus himself says in Book 8 of the Iliad that he is the mightiest of all gods, and that none can drag him out of heaven, as he is above all gods and above all men. Fellow gods respect him and look after him. As he is the god of hospitality, he also gives no excuse for breach of manner. In Book 24 he sent Thetis to Achilles, and told him to release Hector's body. Beforehand he knew that Hector would be killed by Achilles, and so he helps him with his armor and let him have an honorable death. Then, what evidence can support this representation from other written source? Let's look at the Aeneid, written by Virgil, a Roman veteran. The representation of gods in the Aeneid are more or less similar as in the Iliad. We have to remember that the Aeneid was written after the Iliad, and that Virgil's work was influenced by Homer's. In the Iliad, the problem starts with Achilles' anger, thought like an animal, where in the Aeneid it's more about tuners and gods are lost in the constant apple competition. Priestley's time to study Aeneas, its origin, when he sailed to Italy. But then Neptune shows up and acts as Aeneas' lifesaver. The human representation of gods in the Aeneid can be seen in a scene where Venus plays to Jupiter to save Aeneas, and resembles the one between Thetis and Zeus. Both of them share a montage of goddesses. They cannot stand to see their children harmed. Referring to the superbeing and control representation of gods, Jupiter has complete control of gods and humans, and while the other gods busy quarreling with each other, Jupiter takes control and determines the human's fate. And just like in the Iliad, the idols cannot act against his will. In conclusion, the relationship between gods and humans is a feature that makes up the storyline of the Iliad. And moreover, from all the representations that I mentioned above, the human-like aspect is what makes the gods reachable for the audience.